my team. So on the bus going home, had a late rehearsal day, got finished about 9:30, so pretty long day. So I thought, yeah, catch up and do my vlog on the bus. There's people looking around and thinking I'm really strange, but it's alright. YouTube's about that sort of thing anyways, and there's loads of people doing that. I'm just checking my notes to see what I've been up to today. Yeah, so this morning, Rebecca Freckle, who is the assistant director on Cyrano de Bergerac, she took us through sort of, it was like a game of tag. It was really good fun actually. We played sort of, basically put your hand up when it's you, and then you run to someone, and instead of touching the person's got to say someone else's name and they're on. It's just a really physical game, got warmed up very quick, and yeah, it was good crack. So that's how we started the day, lots of energy. And then she got out like juggling balls, she got 4 or 5 of them, and we started throwing them around in a circle again just for focus, and that was good. There's another 3 people just got on the bus. Currently we're at capacity of about 4 of us on the bus so far. So yeah, today's been all about Act 5 mainly. So the actors, they were in rehearsal, and as part of North, we went off into one of the dressing rooms, and from there we were able to do sort of some singing with Ali McRae, who's our musical director. So that was really good. We got a few songs down. So we got the songs, the Nun song, which is in Act 5. There's a little bit with Cyrano in one of the acts. We did a bit of singing on that. And then once we got the songs down, sort of vocally with the guitar, we then started looking at some recording stuff because it's going to be on a pre-recorded track. So we did that, and that was really good fun. So yeah, basically we individually or in pairs, whatever, what sort of part or harmony you were singing, you would be putting that there and then record it. So the pre-recorded track is actually going to be our voices rather than it's someone else on the track and then us singing with them. It's actually our own voices, and then we accompany it with our own voices. So it's actually us live on the night as well as a recorded track, just for acoustic purposes. But we spent sort of the majority of our day and morning and afternoon in the dressing room, going through some songs, and then brought out the rehearsal space, showed Lorne, he seemed quite happy with it, and that was good. And then we started a set, how we're going to sing it and where we're going to be on stage. So sort of, I guess you could say, the blocking of it, because I don't have any sort of words per se, and some of the characters don't in Act 5. It's predominantly Cyrano's sort of final swan song, I guess. So it's a really big part, and aesthetically it's going to be, Lorne's talking about sort of the journey of the play and how it starts chaos and then eventually we get to a place where you actually forget where we are, in terms of the set being at the moment a sort of gymnasium. So obviously at the moment it's not going to change, that's exactly what it is. We're a few days away from going to tech, so it stays the gymnasium, and that's great. We've really enjoyed that. But you'll have to come see the show if you want to see us prancing about and things. So oh yeah, I caught a quick chat with Chris Jarrett, which will be on this part of the vlog, just seeing how he was. And Chris plays Christian, who's obviously a main principal character. Great lad, very musically talented as well as acting ability. So I've got a few words for him, and I'm going to try and keep on doing that throughout the week if I can. Okay, so we did the songs, we set them, we then ran Act 5 from the start to finish with the songs, and then all the text and whatever they had been rehearsing while we were in the dressing room singing. I started looking at that, so that was cool. And that's again the privilege of when you're watching the show. Unfold, because we weren't there for rehearsals. So yeah, we were in that book because we were singing, so it was nice to go and see what they've been working on. So we did that, and just before dinner there was a sort of silence, and it was really interesting. because when you've seen some good work, you want to give it a round of applause, but at the end of the play, there's so much happened that you sort of lost for words a little bit. So we broke for dinner, and then when we came back, it's been 7 days since we've actually looked at the start of the play. That's how big this play is. So we went back to Act 1 and we just started battling through it, and it was great fun. It really was. We got about sort of midway through, well, no, nearly towards the end of Act 1 before we decided to call it a day. And yeah, this is my journey. So I'm on the bus now, heading home, and I thought we was taking the wrong turn there. Right, yeah, it's the same journey as he always does. So yeah, that's me checking in. It's a Wednesday. I probably haven't even said that. I do apologise. A bit sketchy this vlog, but hey, that's exactly what my life is at the moment. This craziness, and yeah, I thought I'd give you the aesthetics of the bus, of the journey, because we're all on this journey. I know it sounds wanky, but we are, and it's really good fun. And today we had a little check-in as well. Rebecca, again, the assistant director, and she was just checking in with us in terms of North, where we're at, what we're feeling like, because a lot of us are sort of questioning what it is we're bringing to the scene, why we're there, how are we doing it, what sort of questions I'm asking of the actor, have I given it enough attention, have I given too much, all this sort of thing. So I had a little check-in as well, just to see how we felt before we went and started Act 1. But I think there's a big process is different in this play. Whenever I've worked otherwise, you might only have one character, so you're really just looking at their journey. When you've got 10 or 11, it's not about how many daft accents you can do or how many silly lips you can give characters. It's actually, we were talking about it, Matt brought it up today, and it was about the sort of energies of characters and what they bring into the scene and how that can establish a character rather than everything in terms of possibly just vocally changes and things. So yeah, we're still exploring, still discovering, and I know when we go to tech we're still going to be doing it. Probably 2 or 3 weeks into the play we're still going to be finding things, because that's why we do it. It's live theatre, that's what we love. But I'm going to go now, because there's a bloke just sat next to us and he probably thinks, why am I talking to myself? So I'll leave it with that, and it's time. It's 10 to 10. I'll probably get in, have a cup of tea, brush my teeth, take my contact lenses out, because they're only dailies, and go to bed. See you in the morning.